Hello everyone, my name is Himlata Mediboina and my topic name is Waterfall Model. Waterfall Model was introduced by Winston Royce in 1970. It is also called Linear Sequential Development Model. Waterfall Model is first software development lifecycle model which is widely used in different software engineering projects as per the customer requirement. It is very simple to understand and use. Now in this waterfall model, there are total 6 phases like requirement analysis, design, development, testing, deployment and maintenance. Now, the main aim of waterfall model is here in this model, every phase is completed before the next phase begins. Means, first requirement analysis phase. This phase is completed, then they can send the output to the design phase. Now design phase takes the input of this and this phase will send the output to the development phase. Now development phase is completed and send the output to the testing phase. Means this waterfall model works only in forward direction, not in backward direction. In this waterfall model, typically the outcome of one phase acts as the input for the next phase sequentially. This is the main concept of waterfall model. Now we will study the phases of waterfall model. The first phase is requirement analysis. Requirement analysis phase is the first phase of the waterfall model. All requirements are collected in this particular phase. After collecting requirements, these requirements maintained in particular document. This document is called as SRS, that is Software Requirement Specification. This document is having a detailed description of what exactly customer wants and requirements of the customer. Basically, this SRS is a contract between development team and customer. This phase is very crucial because the next phases are based on this phase. The next phase is design phase. So after requirement analysis, there is design phase. Design phase is based on how the software will be built. When we have the requirements of the product, after that we prepare a complete design of the system. In this phase, a complete description of the hardware and all the technical components required to develop the product. The next phase is development phase. The development phase includes implementation, involves coding the software based on the design specification. This phase also includes unit testing to ensure that each component of the software is working as expected. In the development phase, with the inputs provided from the system design, the system is first developed in small programs called units, which are integrated in the next phase. Each unit is developed and tested for its functionality, which is referred to as unit testing. The next phase is testing phase. In the testing phase, once the software is complete and it is deployed in the testing environment, the testing team starts testing the functionality of the entire system. This is done to verify that the entire application works according to the customer requirement. In this phase, various types of testing are done and every area of the software is checked. During this phase, quality assurance and testing team may find some bugs or defects which they communicate to developer. The development team fixes the bug and send back to the quality assurance for a retest. This process continues until the software is bug-free, stable and working according to the business needs of that system. The next phase is deployment phase. In the deployment phase, once the software testing phase is over and no bugs or errors left in the system, then the final deployment process starts. Based on the feedback given by the project manager, the final software is released and checked for deployment issues, if any. And the last phase is maintenance phase. This is the last phase of the waterfall model. In this maintenance phase, when the system is ready and users start using it, and then the problems that arise have to be solved time to time. Taking care of the finished software and maintaining it as per time is called maintenance. Once the system is deployed and customers start using the developed system, we will understand the advantages of waterfall model. It is very simple and easy to understand and use. Phases in the waterfall model are processed and completed one at a time. It works well for smaller projects where requirements are very well understood. In requirement model, each stage in the model is clearly defined. The waterfall model has a very clear and well understood milestones. Process and results are properly documented. We will understand the disadvantages of waterfall model. In this waterfall model, high amount of risk and uncertainty. It becomes tough to go back to the phase. For example, if the application has now shifted to the coding phase and there is change in requirement, it becomes tough to go back and change it. This model is not suitable for more complex and object-oriented projects. This waterfall model cannot accept the changes in requirements during the development. It is difficult to measure progress within stages.